The rain in Seattle that night felt endless. Street lamps fractured the darkness into trembling reflections on the wet asphalt. The whole city felt like it was shivering under the storm. On a hill, an old mansion stood alone, silent, watching. Its windows glowed faintly, like tired eyes refusing to close. Inside, the silence was thicker than the cold, and at the center of the main room lay a body. A wealthy antique collector, dead on a polished wooden floor. A jewel-encrusted dagger driven deep into his chest, its blade perfectly placed, its handle shining, but one gemstone missing, removed carefully, intentionally, like a trophy. Broken furniture surrounded him, a chair overturned, glass shattered. Faint scratch marks dragged across the wall, and in the air a faint scent of discontinued 1980s perfume, as if the killer wanted to leave a memory behind. This murder was not ordinary. Detective Arion Vale stepped inside, 25 years old. Black trench coat dripping from the rain, eyes sharp, steady, old beyond his age. He walked without hurry, as if the room itself was speaking to him. He knelt, studied the broken glass, the scratch marks, the dagger, the missing jewel. Then whispered, "The killer removed the jewel on purpose. It's their signature." Heavy footsteps echoed in the hallway. The door burst open. Captain Mason Rourke entered, broad shoulders, angry eyes. A man who enjoyed authority the way some men enjoy whiskey. He glared at Arion and said, "Move aside, Vale. This is my case." Arion did not respond. Silence was his answer, and for Rourke, silence was insult. A thief was dragged into the room, soaked in rain, terrified, shivering. Rourke smirked. "Case solved. This is your killer." Arion's eyes scanned the thief only once. Shoes, wrong. Body language, wrong. Timing, wrong. He said quietly, "He steals objects, not lives." The entire room froze. Arion walked away, toward the library. Dusty shelves, ancient books, dim lamplight, and on a wooden table, a black and white photograph. Arion picked it up. Lightning flashed outside. His hands trembled. In the photo, the victim was standing with another man, Arion's father, missing for 20 years. Arion closed his eyes for a moment, then breathed slowly. This was still a murder case. He had to separate the personal from the professional, even when they tried to merge. He examined the mansion deeper. Corridors fogged with silence, rooms heavy with memories, objects arranged as if frozen mid-story. Every clue whispered a direction, leading him to private collectors, black market traders, and a rumor tied to humiliation and revenge. Arion followed the trail across small dealers and pawn shops. A man had asked how to remove a gemstone from a dagger without damaging the metal. The same man wore a rare formal cologne, matching the perfume trace at the crime scene. The killer was careful, refined, precise, and wanted Arion to notice. Back at the mansion, Arion reanalyzed the scratch marks. They were not random, they were desperate. The victim had recognized his attacker. The pattern suggested a personal motive. Meanwhile, Rourke staged his own shortcuts. Press, media, camera flashes. He wanted a fast ending. Arion wanted a true one. The anonymous messages began. A photo of another crime scene. A faint blue gleam in the corner. The same missing jewel. A taunt. A challenge. Someone was guiding Arion. Someone who wanted him involved. Only him. Arion set bait. Surveillance. A controlled trap. A man approached the bait. He didn't flinch under the cameras. He almost welcomed them. He confessed only to following orders, but never revealed who gave them. He was not the mastermind, just a soldier. Arion dug deeper. Financial trails, secret auctions, unregistered transactions. A man in the shadows, wealthy, influential, untouched by the law. He wanted humiliation, not murder, or so he claimed. But the moment a life was lost, the intention no longer mattered. The public case closed. Rourke celebrated. The city slept easier, but Arion didn't. The photograph of his father stayed in his pocket, a silent weight, a question without an answer. Why was his father standing beside the murdered collector decades ago? Arion returned to the library. The same lamp, the same dust, the same unanswered question. He held the photograph again, tracing the edges, searching for meaning. Then his phone buzzed. A new message from the same unknown number. Another man is dead. Same signature. No police. Only you. Attached was an image. A faint blue jewel glowing in the corner. The killer's mark. Arion whispered, "Someone is challenging me." The rain outside grew louder, as if the whole city knew this murder was only the beginning.